And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to in this week's show. A lot of exciting games coming over this past weekend and some big games for our area teams. You had the Georgia Southern Eagles rebounding nicely from their loss at Coastal Carolina as they had a quick turnaround to take on South Alabama. They ended up winning that game, coming from behind to win in that one 24-17 at Paulson Stadium. The 200th career victory for the Eagles at Paulson Stadium. More importantly, they go to 2-2 in conference play and 4-2 overall. Up next, they'll be hosting Troy. Coming up this Saturday, we'll hear from Coach Lunsford and some of the players and show you some highlights from the game with South Alabama coming up in just a moment. We'll also head over to Womack Field as the Statesboro Blue Devils were in desperate need of a victory to have any chance of making it to the postseason. They were able to knock off Bradwell in pretty impressive fashion. After going back and forth with the Tigers for a while, they pulled away in the fourth quarter. Statesboro is now 1-2 in region play. Up next for them, they'll hit the road for South Effingham. We'll have highlights of the Bradwell game coming up in just a moment. We'll also send you out for a thriller at Gator Alley. Bulloch Academy pretty much in a three-way battle for first place in their region championship between them, Frederica, and Pinewood. Right now, they are in the driver's seat with Pinewood left at the end of the season as they knocked off Frederica 20-16 on the strength of a final touchdown with just under 15 seconds left in the ball game. Harrison Kennedy from Tyler Willoughby for the winner in that one. We'll have highlights of that in just a moment. All that and more coming up on Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy.
Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern Eagles are coming off a tough loss on the road at Coastal Carolina, a game in which they were tied at halftime, and in the fourth quarter gave away a touchdown and then were not able to respond, gave up another one, ended up losing in that one 28-14. This past Saturday looked like a similar game, 10-10 at the half, no scores in the third, and then in the fourth they give up a touchdown, but unlike the week before, they come back with two scores themselves, two touchdowns by Wesley Kennedy to pull out a big 24-17 victory for the Eagles. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Georgia Southern back at Paulson Stadium for their first night game of the season, hosting South Alabama, who came in 2-0 in conference play, a nationally televised game on ESPN. But the visitors moving downfield against the Eagles. Jaguar quarterback Desmond Trotter for a first down. That drive would stall, and Diego Guarjardo comes in from 53 yards. It's good, 3-0 Jags. Nothing doing for the Eagle offense in the first quarter as they'd struggle. To the second we go, and the offense trying to get on track. Still down 3-0. Shy Wirtz to Darion Anderson for a first down. That drive stalls, and Alex Rayner comes in for a 29-yard field goal. It's up, and that ties the game at 3-all. The Eagle defense stepping up. A huge game for Justin Ellis. He and A.J. Watkins combine on the sack here. The offense then coming through. Wirtz. The nice pass across the middle to tight end Cam Brown. That would help set up the give to J.D. King, who goes 13 yards up the middle for the score, and it's 10-3 Eagles. But the Jags able to respond. Trotter rolling out, avoiding a tackle. He'll spot Brandon Crum in the end zone for the score, and we're tied at 10-all. The Eagles looking to make something happen in the second half, but Shai Wirtz picked off. He owes Darian Anderson a milkshake, though. Anderson strips the ball loose, and the Eagles recover. Unable to take advantage, though, they give the ball back. Trotter hits Jalen Tolbert for the 12-yard score, 17-10 Jags. Toward the end of the third, the Eagles get some momentum. Wirtz to Malik Murray into South Alabama territory. To the fourth we go, and unlike Saturday, the Eagles making the plays in the fourth quarter. Down 7, the Eagles go to Wesley Kennedy, and that's a nice option to have. Kennedy in for the score. The game is tied at 17-all. The defense then kicks it up a notch. Ellis out of nowhere, another sack. Next, it's another meeting in the backfield, and a trio of Eagles with the stop, including Raynard Ellis back on offense, and it's Wirtz ahead for a first down, picking it up on the ground here. And then Wirtz with the pitch to Kennedy, who does a great job of cutting, seeing a lane, and taking off across field for the go-ahead score. Eagles up 24-17. The lights show and the crowd showing their appreciation. We move ahead. The Jags in striking distance with time winding out. Derek Canteen coming through with a nice play here. Then fourth down. And the pass to Tolbert, who pushes off, briefly hauls it in, but drops the ball on landing. Looks like an incomplete pass, as Kendrick Duncan explains the ball is on the ground. And after review, incomplete pass it was, and the Eagles win 24-17. And after the game, we had a chance to hear from head coach Chad Lunsford and a couple of the players.
Everything was great. I just was ready to get out there again, coming off that loss from last week. So I'm just ready to get back on the field and be able to dominate. To keep it simple, I would just say a whole lot of disrespect. They came downfield and they were just with a lot of talking. So we don't talk much. We let the play do the talking. I'm just trying to make plays at all times. So whether it's a catch or it's a handoff, I'm trying to make plays. I'm not gonna lie, it's usually a whole lot of instinct. Things just happen. The feet move, the arms run, stuff just clicking. So I wouldn't be able to explain it. We just knew we had to kick it into another gear. Like you see every game, every fourth quarter, we come to the middle and we hype it up again. Like it's the first quarter. So we just keep that energy throughout the whole game. We're playing off of energy and not emotion.
And it felt great. It's been a long time coming. It's been a real long journey for me, just having to sit out my transfer year and then last year getting hurt first game of the season. So, I've been waiting a long time to have a game like this, really prove myself and show what I can do. So, I'm feeling great right now. Different offenses, Coastal, they really didn't have any snitches on the O-line to tell, and they run a lot more RPO type stuff and a lot more run heavy in their offense. This week, the tackles gave it away every snap. So, we knew it was pass or run before the ball was getting snapped. So that when you know before the snap, it's a lot easier to get back there. I'd just say we just been able to get off the ball quicker, knowing that if it's pass or run. We didn't have to. I feel like we didn't have to bring too many pressures today, just because we were playing well up front. Like Coach Sloan came up to us first, second quarter, and was like, "You guys keep getting pressure. I'm not going to have to blitz, and we could just cover on the back end." So, I felt like the secondary did a great job tonight and really helped us up front also.
I'm very proud of our guys, very proud of our staff coming off a loss the way we lost, and not finishing out a ball game. Very proud of our guys coming out and finishing the game, and being able to score in the fourth quarter and put that thing away twice, and defense really stepped up. Offense being able to score. I believe both those touchdowns were in the fourth quarter, right? And that was awesome. If you go back in the first half, we hurt ourselves a little bit on offense with the holding penalty, snap over the head. I believe there was something else that happened too, and that kept us from getting points on the board in the first half. Obviously, we got to get that corrected. We got to make sure that we don't leave points out there on the field. We got to make sure we go get that. But I thought defense played a really good game overall. South Alabama's got really good wide receivers that they've been taking deep shots to all year. The quarterback has been really good at hitting those deep shots. And, I thought our guys did a good job of stopping that, not giving up the explosive play like we did last week. I know we did get some pass interference calls, which we got to clean up that technique. But again, we were on them. We weren't making mental bust, and we were able to limit their explosives. So overall, I think a really good team game. Love to walk out with a W, and just excited to move on to the next week.
You're in the fourth quarter. You're down 7 this week. Last week, you're in the fourth quarter down by 7 after halftime. What do you feel the difference was there in the fourth?
We kept the gas on. I felt like we put our defense in a bad situation last week, and they ran out of gas and wasn't able to finish it off. We wasn't getting any offensive production last week, and that put our defense in the hole. And I think that was the difference. Again, 24 points. I do feel like when we go back and watch this film, it should have probably been more 31, 38. But it wasn't because we shot ourselves in the foot. But I do think our offense did a good job of making sure that our defense didn't stay on the field so long. And also, too, our defense did a good job of not giving up a long drive. I haven't looked at it yet, but I know they were really good about getting them off the field also.
All right, stay with us. Up next, we'll hit the high school gridiron.
My Queensboro banker is Cheryl Quick.
Blanchard Equipment Company has 16 locations.
Queensboro has homegrown values just like us.
They get heavily involved in every community.
And that means strong customer service.
They've been around a long time, just like John Deere.
When you run across a bank like that, you stick with them.
I sure would like to own one of these John Deeres.
Well, we can sure make that happen.
Oh, well.
Queensboro is your community bank. Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
The folks at the Georgia Southern University store want all Eagle fans to know the Statesboro campus of the University store will be open Saturday, September 12th from 11 a.m. until 3:30 p.m. and Saturday, September 19th from 11 a.m. until 4 p.m. Both Paulson Stadium stores will be open for window and counter service with a selection of Georgia Southern apparel from the time the gates open until the end of halftime. Web orders from the full selection of Georgia Southern apparel, hats, gifts, and tailgating items may be ordered for free pickup at Paulson Stadium at the Homeside store during game day hours. Web orders must be placed by 1 p.m. on Friday for each of the first 2 home games. So don't forget, for all your game day and Georgia Southern needs, shop the University store on the Georgia Southern campus. On the high school football front, the Statesboro High Blue Devils with a big game at home. They're looking for their first region victory after 2 tough losses to arguably the 2 toughest teams in the region in Richmond Hill. And that was followed by a loss at Brunswick. They had Bradwell coming in, needed to take care of business, and they were able to do just that. Let's send you back out for some of the highlights. Homecoming at Statesboro High, and Britt Lane crowned queen at halftime by former queen Lacey Robbins. Statesboro taking on Bradwell in a big region matchup. We picked things up in the first quarter. And the Statesboro defense with the big heads-up play, the ball on the ground. Dake Williams comes up with the recovery for the Blue Devils. That would lead a few plays later to Jalen Michael picking up where he left off last week as he rips off a 60-yard touchdown run as the Blue Devils open up a 7-0 lead. The defense then coming through with another turnover. J.D. Kaiser on the spot here with the recovery. 7-0 Blue Devils at the end of the first. To the second we go. And it's Ames Ratcliffe looking up top, and a great catch by Ford Wild, so he hauls it in. 14-0. Tigers later in the second would add a field goal from Patrick Logan, just clears it. Then just before the half, Michael Prince with the touchdown, cutting the lead to 14-10. We move to the second half. And more from Ratcliffe. This time, after a couple holding penalties, he'll find Will Yon deep into Tiger territory. He fights his way down. Then from the 7, it's Ratcliffe around the right side for the touchdown run. Statesboro takes a 20-10 lead. Things looking good, but on the ensuing kickoff, Travion Jackson, he finds a hole, finds a little room to run down the left side, and he's gone. 78 yards for the touchdown, cutting the lead to 20-16. From then, though, it was all Blue Devils. Ratcliffe looking downfield, Wilds calling for the ball, and Ratcliffe hits him in stride. Wilds does the rest, outracing the defense for the score. 27-16 Statesboro. The defense holding the Tigers in check the rest of the way. Back on offense we go in the fourth, and it's Jalen Michael, 15 more of his 150 yards rushing in the game. And then check out Ratcliffe as he scrambles right, looking and finding Tim Taylor, a nice grab, and he fights through into the end zone for the score. Bradwell looking for one more chance, but Caleb Tisby there for the Blue Devil interception, and Statesboro wins their first region game of the year by a final score of 34-16. Up next for the Blue Devils, they'll be hitting the road for Guyton as they take on South Effingham this Friday. As for the Bulloch Academy Gators, we'll send you out to Gator Alley for an exciting one there against Frederica coming up next. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy, in-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests, and ultrasounds, and in-house labs. Featuring nurse practitioner Melissa Beasley, Family Internal Medicine of Statesboro can accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care.
No credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators have been rolling right along, haven't had a lot of competition, but they knew they were going to have their hands full at home against Frederica, the two teams battling along with Pinewood for the region championship. Let's send you out for an exciting one at Gator Alley. Homecoming at Gator Alley, and Queen Lauren Lanier crowned at halftime. A huge game between Bulloch Academy and Frederica would be a defensive battle for the first half. Tyler Willoughby hit hard here. He coughs up the ball. The Knights recover. The Gators with a few moments in the first half. Willoughby here to Harrison Kennedy for a first down. But then the Knights shutting down the Gator run game. Rodney Hill hit hard, no score as we move to the second. Deep in Gator territory, BA stops the Knights. Cash Vickery the hit. That would lead to a Colin Vinatero field goal to make it 3-0. The Gator offense continues to struggle. Tyler Willoughby hit for a big loss. Frederica trying some trickery here, the halfback pass, but Rodney Hill having none of it. He comes through with the interception. The hard hits keep coming for the Knights. The pass complete in the flat butt. The ball knocked loose. Frederica recovers. They get deep. The Gator defense holds once again, causing Frederica to try another field goal. This one good by Vinatero. It's 6-0 Knights. At the half, we move ahead to the second half. Coach Pennington looking for a spark, and Rodney Hill providing it. Hill fighting his way to midfield right here. Next, Willoughby across the middle finds Hill, and he drags defenders. Looks like he'll get into the end zone, but he's ruled down at the 1-yard line. From there, Willoughby with the sneak. It's 7-6 Gators. Later, Frederica quarterback Thomas Veal coming through with the completion down the right side, deep into Gator territory. To the fourth we go, and it's Vinatero again. The chip shot makes it 9-7 Knights in the fourth. On the ensuing kickoff, Rodney Hill fighting his way, spinning, and getting across midfield into Knight territory. Next, the give will go to Hill. He picks up 15 yards and then tack on 15 more for the Knight horse collar tackle. And then Willoughby just get it near Hill and check out what he can do. What a grab. The touchdown makes it 13-9 Gators. Back comes Frederica though. Jordan Triplett, the nice run, just shy of the goal line before he is knocked out of bounds. Then Triplett would go in for the score. This would make it 16-13 Frederica with just over 2 minutes left in the game. The Gators work on their 2-minute drill and they'd work it to perfection. A nice pass from Willoughby to Miller Pope. Then, with just about 22 seconds left, looks like a touchdown with the ball in and out of the hands of Harrison Kennedy, but Kennedy will get a second chance and he'd make the most of it. Willoughby rolling out of trouble, throws it up, it's tipped. Kennedy hauls it in. 15 seconds left in the game, and this would be the game winner. Bulloch Academy wins a thriller by a final of 20-16. So a big win for the Gators, who are now 2-0 in region play. Up next, they'll be hitting the road for Robert Toombs. As for the Portal Panthers, they were home for homecoming as well. Unfortunately, unlike the other teams, were unable to pull off the victory. They lost at home to Screven County, and that Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jackets were off this past week. They've had 2 weeks off now. Next up, they'll get back into action coming up this Friday at home. We'll preview that game as well as the Statesboro the Statesboro Bulloch Academy and Georgia Southern games for you in our midweek show coming up later on in the week. For now, that'll wrap it up. We'll see you later on.